Water is life, right? Many wachone!
Many wachone!
You guys are beautiful. We are one family. We are one earth here. Right in front of the White House. What is going on here? We're here. 4 directions, 4 colors. And death rides on 4 horsemen. A black snake with some black tanks. How much money do these companies need to make? They could drive their product, but they want to save a buck. Already extracted billions, when is enough enough? I used to be in the oil fields getting paid, but I quit, cause oil water I can't drink. Look down, I see Kamimi die in the mud. I looked up and told myself that enough's enough. Money does not own my soul, living comfortable. It's not in my plans, my hands in the sand. Some things worth more than gold. Some things they can't be sold. Some things can't be replaced. She is your mother, the fresh water is her veins. Turtle Island, not black snakes. The fresh water is her veins. Fist up, everybody. What is going on? Have we all lost our minds? Every human needs clean water to survive. I love you guys. You guys are beautiful. You guys are powerful. This is amazing. Love is the strongest, this path is the hardest. But if we were strong enough to do it, we wouldn't see it. Our prayers would not be needed. This movement's very needed. Indigenous wisdom unheeded and sacred things depleted. I'm Mexicano, Malajota, and I'm white too. I'm mixed with everyone, so part of me's just like you. Every group of human beings shares the same stars. And if the earth is not your mother, are you from Mars? You are from Mars. All right, no Martians here. How many of you are from planet Earth? The Earth is your mother. The Earth is all of our mothers. And it's time for all of us to stand up. What we started in Standing Rock will continue. Genocide they call colonizing my Turtle Island. What does the fossil do? Continue destruction, nothing new. Living a system, taking our children, shipping their feelings till nothing's true. I had that money in front of me, but I left it. Cause oil money's dirty if my mother gets disrespected. We're disconnected, these times are hectic and feeling heavy. But still we love all living beings and suffer for the many. We are a peaceful people, that's why we walk with prayer. And if that wasn't true, we wouldn't be standing here. We're peaceful people, we walk with prayer. Turtle Island, have no fear, despite what they show in the media. We're kind people, hold your ground. Change is coming now. The youth runners who started this, the traditional leaders, the people, the allies, the people at home, when we come together, we can stand up against anything. So now it's our job to continue to wake up the people of the world and show them their power just like you guys are finding your power. You guys are beautiful. I'm facing 7 years in prison and I'm not scared because of you guys. Your guys' power. I love you all. Thank you.
Two-spirit means to me that I embody both the male and female aspects of spirit, and that I'm in perfect balance, and that I have the ability to be a spokesperson for my people and for the next generations coming. Being two-spirit means to me seeking out other Native people who are also who are great to come out and to be a part of their communities, or to be who their authentic self. And being two-spirit means that I can be my authentic self within my own community.
A lot of healing would come, and indigenous peoples had very advanced methods for dealing with trans issues and all these things. Mm-hmm. We have a lot to learn.
Yes.
Go backward to go forward. Do you know some of that history, how they incorporated them?
Well, they were just part of the community. There was no no distinction. If a man wanted to be a female, he learned female things and she became a part of the community. Oftentimes, Two-Spirit people were the ones who took in fostered the children who had been abandoned because their parents had died. Oftentimes, the Two-Spirit people were the ones who took care of the elders and who were in service to their community. And as Two-Spirit people today, that's what we strive to do, is to be of service to our community.
Yeah.
All right, I'll come back. And then you can maybe dry clothes.
I'm Theo, and I feel identified with the Two-Spirit name, so I'm happy to lift up the message. So thank you for...
Thank you very much. I'm honored.
This is the beginning. We all have a divine plan. That's my firm belief, that you are here for a reason. We've intersected because of your divine plan, my divine plan, and those grandchildren that still are unborn because we are in danger. On the northern plains with the Ocheti Shakoi, we have been given instructions by 2040, possibly the Missouri River will dry up. And many of you get your water from the Missouri River, the longest river on the main stem that leads into the Gulf. So the message that I bring to you is that we are doing things, we think that we're doing something that hasn't been done before. It has, but we're going to do it more powerfully than ever. So when we come here, we come back to retrieve the spirits of our leaders and our ancestors who came here just like you did and wanted to change it for our people. We had some people that never returned. We know that they were taken and they are buried here. So every time you come to Washington, you help take their spirits home. Thank you for doing that. As we continue to do that spiritual work, it's important that when you come together in a movement like this, if you think there will not be conflict, you are mistaken. Somebody told me something when I was real young, like 1,000 years ago, when I used to run around at DuPont Circle with a sign like yours. And I would get mad because people wouldn't agree with me. And I'd walk away. Howdy. One of my spiritual leaders told me, when you signed up, did you think you would not be tested? So when we are tested, it's important. Another spiritual leader told me in my journey of life, he said, when you get in a conflict with somebody and they walk away, you're mistaken if you think they're not going to return. And he said, do you know why? Because the earth is round, they will be back. So it's full circle. And what I want you to remember is that we have much work to do. But above all, what Cannonball and Standing Rock told us, it has to be founded on culture, because you do not go into a community without honoring and respecting the traditions of that community. And so when you do these movements in your land, we look to your guidance, we look to your knowledge, we look to your spiritual prayers of your ancestors on that land that we come to help you with. And I promise personally, I will respect that. Thank you for being here. Oh, Peter.
Thank you so much, grandmother. Beautiful message, beautiful prayer. I think that's an incredibly important thing. When we look at what happened at Standing Rock, it was based off prayer. It was based off of ceremony. It was based off honoring this ancient sacred ways of life that we are fighting to defend. It wasn't just about protecting the environment or about stopping a pipeline because of its impact on climate change. It was actually about protecting this sacred land because of everyone that had fought to protect it before us, because of our inherent right to this clean water, to our earth, to our sacred ways of life. That is part of what we fight to protect. And when I say people, y'all say power. People, power! People, power! People, power! Just gotta make sure y'all are awake, you know? We all woke out here.
I would like to greet each and every one of you with a handshake from my heart. My name is Candy Brings Plenty, and I'm the lead of the Two-Spirit Nation camp. And behind me here is some of the most fierce, amazing Two-Spirit warriors who stood on the ground the entire time from the beginning of our commitment all the way until the end. Each and every one of these people behind me, including our elder here, Beverly, I want to acknowledge her. She stood strong. And when we went our very first action back in September, she woke up and she said, this might be the only time that I can stand strong as a Two-Spirit Standing Rock warrior. And we have this elder here who continues to reiterate that we as a 7th generation, we need to continue coming together. We are reclaiming, reinvigorating, reclaiming our space in that sacred circle as Two-Spirit warriors. And at Aucheti Shakoi, we were all siblings. We still are siblings, and I see each and every one of you out here, and it makes my heart so happy. We continue to walk forward and move forward and continue representing the LGBTQAI+ Indigenous walk of life. We are strong and immensely impactful when we're one mind, one heart, one prayer. When we come together as Mitakiase, that means we are all related. We are all related, each and every one of us, and we all need water to live. Mini Wachoni. Mini Wachoni! And you know, one thing, I've been out there at the Two-Spirit Nation camp, and we invited every single person. We were on every frontline action. We woke up in the morning and we did the water ceremony. We carried ceremony when it was negative 20 degrees out. We stood strong in the elements. You know, I survived hypothermia, and you know, we threw our lives down to make sure that our future generations and our next 7 generations have that water, and that the path for them is paved as Two-Spirit warriors, as Two-Spirit allies. And I want to thank each and every one of you who are standing here with that love and solidarity, because we are one nation, we are one heartbeat, and we need to protect that heartbeat, and we need to keep moving forward. Mini Wachoni means water is life, and in our culture, I'm Oglala Lakota Sioux, and I'm a descendant of Crazy Horses Band. And my great-grandfather's grandfather was the whipman of Crazy Horses Band. And we moved forward with ceremony every day. We carried that prayer from sunrise to sunset. And I'm here to acknowledge that in each and every one of you. You're a walking prayer. You have so much love to offer. And we need to continue coming together as that one mind, one heart, one prayer. Wopi Latanka.
Okay, I want to read a poem by my niece, Red Fawn. She's Oglala Lakota. She's still in jail. She's been transferred 3 times. She's in a federal prison. She stands strong. You won't hear her cry about anything. She'll still fight. She'll fight till the death. That's my niece, Red Fawn. Shout out to Denver, Colorado, and her family there in Oglala. Here's her poem from the first time she was arrested of the 3 times. She says, my name is Red Fawn. I am a prisoner of war. My enemies have hunted me 500 years. They know you know their names. They are kings and queens, and they are the things that are slaves to greed and power. My name is Red Fawn. I'm just one flower. I will not die. I will not cry. I will not bend, or I will not cower. My name is Red Fawn. My people know my name. They know this sheriff's shame. They know this governor's game. They know that I grow stronger every passing hour. My name is Red Fawn. I hear the people sing. Outside my window now, I hear the people sing. They sing my name. Free Red Fawn!
Our grandmothers took this to D.C. from Standing Rock. And apparently the people were trying to hide it in Washington. This is filed in Washington right now, and they're trying to hide this. That the president of 1851 never signed it. This was the map prior to the signing of the treaty.
We've got South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska.
That's just one map. I have lots. I have over 100 pages in regards to Standing Rock. How they talked about getting a Blackfoot Indian to forge all the signatures.
I am indigenous, product of genocide. Colonization stole my past, but I refuse to hide. never alone. We hungry like a pack of wolves, howling at the moon, indigos running through the woods. Tired of bureaucracy, sick of broken democracies, stories of the end fulfilling sinister prophecies, overthrowing kingdoms, ready to break free from leaders that lead with barrels of oil that be leaking. Man, leadership's a beacon, leading ships to freedom. State of emergency, wake up people that be sleeping. We strike a match, light a flame. We can set the world afire. I can see it in your eyes. Born to be a freedom fighter, born to be bigger than the cities that you're coming from, born to be stronger than the shadows that you're running from. Overcome, overstand, stand up, hands up, don't shoot, parachute, crash land close up. And indigo warriors, visionary artists, it's time to take the power back and finish what we started, cause nothing they can do will stop the waves that we've been making. This is roots of revolution, it's the power that we taking.
I was proud to have joined you at Standing Rock as we stood together with water protectors from all across this country. Because too often, as you know, in this town, the decisions being made here benefit the powers of corporate money, special interests, and greed, reminding our nation's leaders that we are all bound together in this great web of life. That we are gathered here around not a partisan issue, not a divisive issue, but an issue that is essential to humanity. The fight for clean water is a battle for the lifeblood of our planet, the soul of our nation and of all nations. Let us remember that the founding fathers of this country took great inspiration from Native American governance and the democratic principles that they were founded upon. This unique form of governance was built on an agreement called the Great Law of Peace, which states that before beginning their deliberations, the council shall be obliged, and I quote, to express their gratitude to their cousins and greet them. They shall make an address and offer thanks to the earth where men dwell, to the streams of water, the pools, the springs and the lakes, to the maize and the fruits, to the medicinal herbs and trees, to the forest trees for their usefulness, and to the great Creator who dwells in the heavens above, and who gives all things useful to men, and who is the source and the ruler of health and life. We face immense challenges, but with those challenges we are blessed with great opportunities. The opportunity to unite with people from all across this country and around the world to promote the most basic truth that water is life. It is for this cause that we must stand strong and stand together for our water, our land, our native people, and all people, all of humanity everywhere, for our shared future on this great turtle island, our great country. Thank you for continuing to stand strongly and proudly in this fight, and know that there are many who stand alongside you as we continue to push forward to protect our water, to protect our resources, and protect our future. Thank you very much for being here. Aloha.
And that oath is to uphold those treaties and to deem and recognize they are the supreme law of the land. And at this point in time, 2 centuries of bloodshed on the battlefield did not conquer us. 2 centuries from Cherokee versus Worcester to present day, we've not been beat in court. Now is the time. Revoke the doctrine of discovery. Develop a redefined relationship with the United States, because we must have political equality. We must ensure that every decision that is made is with our free, prior, and informed consent. No country should ever take unilateral action against our objection without consulting us. So with that, we stand, we continue to fight from this day forward. This is a new day. We are together. We stand with Standing Rock. I'm going to close this with everyone repeating after me loud so this entire city hears our message.
chose this song as an honor of Mother Earth, the Earth, and with that, with one mind, one heart, we pray for Mother Earth. Him said this song is saying that we pray to the four winds, and we know what she gives us. She gives us life. Water is life to this song with that prayer. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Kiki. I am from El Salvador and Ecuador. My roots are in the Lenca and the Pipil people of El Salvador. As a Lenca woman, I have a very deep-hearted appreciation for Berta Cáceres. She is personally one of our inspirations in all that we do. I believe that we are continuing a legacy of our ancestors and of contemporary relatives like Berta, who are fighting right now for our Mother Earth, for our water, for our ancestral rights, for our land rights, and overall fighting for a better future for our children and the future 7 generations. So it's an honor to be here today, honoring right now Berta's memory.
A song for unity, a song for prayer. We come from the Society of Native Nations, and as our symbol, a representation of our symbol is the águila and the condor, the eagle and the condor, right, which represent the unification of the peoples of the South and the North, right? And that is what we're working towards here, right? That is the purpose of us being here today. And so the song that we're gonna sing represents that unification.
Águila y cóndor, águila y cóndor, por tierra y agua damos gracias al Creador. Águila y cóndor, por tierra y agua damos gracias al Creador. Águila y cóndor, yanaho, anahene, waheyanayo. Águila y cóndor, yanaho, anahene, waheya, hey, neyo, hey. Hene waheyo, yanaho, anahene,
Two Rivers Camp, there is the Trans Pecos pipeline is being built under the Rio Grande, which, as you guys know, unites Mexico and the United States, quote unquote, if borders were a real thing. So the water that the Rio Grande houses nourishes the bodies of millions of people that live on both sides of the border, and it's also a sacred land, and sacred also leads into sacred springs that some of the indigenous people on both sides use for ceremony and also to nourish their communities. So the problem with the pipeline is that, as we all know, all pipelines leak. So there's the risk of the water that the pipeline touches will get poisoned, and therefore not only damage ancestral water and ancestral land, but also actively hurt the people who are living in these communities. Apart from that, there's fracking happening, and the fracking testing requires for water to be first pumped with chemicals, and then pumped through the pipeline to check for leaks. And then after that water is used, it is then dumped back onto the land, which is only about 20 miles away from Sacred Springs, which again, Sacred Springs pumps out water for its millions of gallons of water a day, which then nourishes a couple of communities in the Big Bend area. So the problem with these pipelines is that it is, again, violating us in many different ways. And this particular pipeline is also being funded and built by Energy Transfer Partners and Kelsey Warren, who are the same people with working with the Dakota Access Pipeline. So this camp is a stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters at Standing Rock, but also a stand for water, for Pachamama, our Mother Earth.
Welcome to DC. They're getting it. DC at least is getting it in terms of the guys who maintain the pipes. Thank you for taking care of our water, brothers.
To the KP encampment on the National Mall!